So the masculine form of that sun is a planet. The feminine part of that sun is a star. So whatever energies which are obtained from the sun is combination, like every star and planet will be spreading certain radiation, be releasing certain frequencies. Nature works on the principle of harmony. They exchange their energies with each other. They can't just sustain individually. So they have to share that energy. So whatever Earth is receiving, that energy is the energies from all the cosmic beings, which are transmitted where the sun is absorbing those energies and transmitting on this Earth. So sun is emitting certain frequencies where it is absorbing all those frequencies, and on the earth different species like plants, animals, microbes, including though the creation created with the help of panchabhutas, including sun is being created with the help of panchabhutas. But again, to get that energies, sun is very essential. So we are celebrating today as the birthday of Lord Suryadeva. So all the festivities whatever are designed in our scriptures or in our traditions have a lot of meaning behind it. So it is related to health and environmental aspect. So this is the spring. This is the season of spring. So if you see in the nature, there is a cycle. Nothing is uh, static. Everything is dynamic. Everything keeps changing. So season always keeps changing. So if a season works on its self-sustenance, harmony, interdependency. So if you see a tree, once the rainy season is finished, there will be a lot of moisture in the soil. So which is supplied to the tree. Tree will be absorbing that moisture. So after the rainy season, uh, you will have winters. So in winters, basically, you before winters there will be fall season. So all the leaves will shed off. So it will cover that moisture which is there inside that soil. So the microbes which are there in that soil will be breaking down that humus, all the carbon matter, and it will into humus. So that's how it will keeps on giving nourishment for the tree. So dormant state. So dormant means it's not like it's not growing inside. Basically, the growth is happening within. So the nutrition is supplied to the tree within from the roots. And when the season starts, when the spring starts, before spring, the transition period, the tree will be under a state where it will be absorbing that all the energies. So then when the spring comes, new shoots, new leaves, flowers will come in stage by stage. Then after spring comes the summer. So this spring is preparing us or the nature for facing the upcoming summers. So before summer starts, the tree fruit will start growing, and when the summer reaches, it will start ripening, because a vegetable which has to ripe needs sun energy. For that, summers are inevitable. Like we need that summer warmth, sun energy. So there's us think we get mangoes in summers, but actually mangoes will come in post summer, when it is when there is a gap between rainy season and summer season. So basically the mango season in Telangana region, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana region, it will vary a bit. So it will start May end, June and July till August. So again, different seasons, like Maharashtra has a different season, like 1 month ahead. Like that, Kerala will be 1.5 to 2 months ahead. So it will be different in different regions. So now this day, the according to the rotation of the Earth, so the sun direction basically, which is traveling from south east to northeast to southwest, and southwest to northeast. So here during this Makara Sankranti, from the Makara Sankranti time, entire Magamasam, it will start changing its direction. It will start its direction from west southwest, then it will come towards north. So now during this transition phase, like suppose you are driving a vehicle, when you have to take a U-turn, so you'll not go straight, you'll be turning U. So all this time between the Makara Sankranti and this Ratha Saptami is like a transitioning phase of that sun. The direction keeps changing. Now from this day, the sun will continuously go towards the northern side. So this date is like, if you observe, the heat increases. From this day, the temperatures increases. So now what we have to do, we have to get prepared. So for the upcoming summers, we have to prepare. So the spring is the start of new things. Like even if you see, there'll be bees which will be preparing its beehive, because there'll be a lot of flowering season. So bees, there'll be a lot of bees which will leave its beehive before Vasanta Rutu. Like from this Vasanta Rutu, it will start building up its beehive, new beehive. So where it will collect all the nectar from the different flowers and it will create a new beehive, and that will take at least 6 months or 3 months to 6 months to create new and start collecting its honey, making its honey. So like that, we will be getting uh, different farming practices even in our cultural practices. Like this is a season where they'll be getting lot of new cultivation will be starting. Like they'll be sowing seeds from January, after like once after winters they harvest and then start sowing, and this is the flowering season. So if you see mustard plants, mustard crops will have lot of flowers during this time. All the fields will be full of yellow color in the mustard fields. So like that, if you see mango tree, there'll be lot of flowers on the mango tree. So our body also needs some preparedness. So we need to start hydrating. So from this month, we have to prepare hydration for our body to face the upcoming challenges. From this day till Shivaratri, you'll be getting different types of fruits which are hydrating, vegetables which are hydrating. Like all the gods will be coming now from Shivaratri. So you'll get watermelons, muskmelons. Then after that, grapes in April. So these all things will hydrate us for facing up that upcoming summers. So if you see all the practices today, whatever people follow in Magamasam, the ideal practice is to offer food cooked on firewood and offer to the sun god, and also offer water to the sun god. So when you are cooking under the sun on the firewood, you are absorbing that lot of energy. Like the traditional practice is to make pongal, sweet rice. So when you are making this food under the sun, all the energies from the sun is obtained, absorbed into the food. So what to do when we are inside? When we are using gas stoves and we can't just cook on the open air. We don't have that facility. Then at least when we cook the pongal, we can just offer it to the sun god. We can just charge that food by keeping under the sun and get that energies of the sun, and then we can take it as a prasad. So that's what we can do the best in this present scenario. Then what else we can do in this month? Utilize the sun energy. Right from this time, you'll not get much rains. In summers, again, you'll get partial rains. So this is the best season to dry your things. Like you can keep your all the grains and pulses. You can clean it and dry them, and keep it back inside in an airtight containers. Utilize that sun, harness that sun energy, and you can use the sun to make your dries, sun dry sprouted flowers. If you want to dry grains, doing the process of soaking, sprouting and drying, this is the best time to do, because the weather is very much suitable. You can make dry fruits, dry nuts. So these all things can be, you can harness that sun energy. You can cook using the sun energy. You can utilize that sun energy. And this is a time when the time changes. All this while winters, if you see that morning 6 o'clock, still it will be dark. 6:30, it will be still dark. Now from now, if you see that sun rise timings will shift. So you can get that morning sunlight, morning nature's connection. Like when you go out and sit under the trees, you can absorb all those morning energies from the trees and sun. So all the winters we may be inside. We may come out during all the winters. We normally try to come out when there is light, like only after 6:30 or 7 o'clock we try to come out. The day increases. From this day, the day increases. So you have to utilize this time. Even the sunset will keep shifting. So the duration of the day increases from spring. It will continue again till rainy season. So try to utilize that daylight. Uh, Try to do all your works during that daytime. Rather than being indoors, try to work outdoors. Open up your windows, balconies during the evenings, mornings, and during the daytime, try to close your windows, uh, keep curtains, and just allow that air to flow inside, so that you will not get that hot air during the day, and evenings it will be cooler. You can get that cool air in the evenings. So these all practices you can start doing from now. So if you see all the traditional festivals, whatever rituals we have, right from Sankranti or Ugadi, or later we have uh, Shravana Masam, we have different festivals. Every festival is connected to traditional, all the traditional practices are connected to health and well being of the people and the nature. So we are preparing ourselves for this season changes as well. So now we'll be getting Navaratri. Every two, we have 6 ritus in India. So 6 ritus are divided into 2 months. Every 2 months there is change in season. So during the season change, we have Navaratri, practice of Navaratri, where people will be doing Navaratri fasting. So during that time, it will be nice when we are connecting to nature, connecting to ourselves, being on fasting means it's not like you have to be on only water or dry fast like that. You can be on fruits. Basically fasting is being close to yourself, being close to your original self. So try to be aligned to your original self, like eating fruits, connecting with nature, connecting to nature activities. So that's how our lifestyle was. We were with the nature. Most of our practices were connected to nature. So start cultivating that practices. Now, is it possible for a person who is busy in the modern day work? Like many people are working in corporates or from 9 to 6 job. How is it possible to connect to the nature energies and all? So what I recommend is uh, morning, like try to reduce your gadget time in the evenings. Try to give family time, coordinate with all the family members. Try to play with the kids. Try to give time with your family. Then try to sleep early and get morning vibes and connect to nature. And when there is a will, there is a way. When you think, it's definitely it will be possible. So if it's not possible, then what all you can do, try to bring the nature elements wherever you are. So when you are not able to go out, at least bring the nature, all the panchabhutas where you are. Try to increase your plants inside. Whatever plants you are growing, try to grow inside the indoor plants. Money plants can dwell well even indoors. Try to keep shells, stones, different nature elements. Work with seeds. So these all activities when you are doing, uh, work with mud, do composting. So when you are involving with all nature activities, then you are connected with nature. So these practices can be included in one's lifestyle, uh, and definitely it's not like there'll be a transitioning time. So suppose if you are working in your corporate, in your work, you'll not just take up a big project in the beginning. First, you'll try to understand the concept behind it, the technology behind it. Slowly, you'll take some projects, small modules. you will work on it, then you will take up bigger projects. Like that, when you are learning a car, so it's not like the moment you will get the learner's license, you will go straight on the roads. You will try to drive the car in small lanes, and you will try to accompany someone and try to learn, practice. So it will take time for one to change and adopt to any principles. So like how important it is, like how you work on your skills or career when you give time. Like that, we have to give time for our self development also. So many people think, I don't have time. Why will not have time when there is a necessity? So when we give time slowly, when we try to adapt to things slowly, definitely it will take time for one to transit and become utilize those habits, adapt to those habits in one's life. So it's always important for one to transition. One need not just jump into all the practices in one go. So I have announced a session on this summer living for the upcoming summers, like how all we can combat, like what all we have to do, because this is the spring season. So, like if we have to face the upcoming summer's heat, so this is the right time for us to combat the upcoming summer heat. So from spring, if you prepare your body to face the upcoming heat, then during summers you don't need any AC, you don't need any uh, like cooling equipments, you don't need any refrigeration. With just natural equipments only, we can harness, like bring that energy within. The sun energy will not be high during the days. So from the morning, if you prepare yourself, then the body can adapt to the midday sun as well. And it's not like you have to go out during the midday. So always in the traditional time, in the olden days, especially in summers, people used to start their practice or they work early in the mornings. So by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they finish their outdoor works, and then they come inside, take rest. Again, they will start their work in the evenings at around 5, and they will try to work up till 6 or 7. That's how still the practices continues, but mostly we try to go out in the midday sun, and and because of season change, there is a lot of season change. Earlier, summers were not like this in Hyderabad, at least. There is lot of heat, even in Bangalore or Chennai, like everywhere the season has changed now. Winters were cooler, like winter is passed away, but there is like no one were wearing sweaters this time. Not just this time, since couple of years the season is getting changed. So there is no coolness is not there. Like that, the temperature, like sun is becoming more, rainfall is erratic. So these all season changes. Because of all these season changes, the fruiting time is also varying. It's not like we are getting the fruits which is supposed to be obtained at that particular time. So we have to accept the season whatever it is, because of our influence, like whatever we are leaving or whatever footprints we are leaving behind. So only the nature is changing. And also nature is changing because as the earth is rotating around the sun, the whole solar system is also rotating in the cosmos. So if you see, there is a shift in season as well. The summers, the winters is also changing. The extension is happening. So the rainfall which has to come during time, as a particular time, it's extending its time. So because of that, there is change in the fruiting time also, flowering time also. So whatever the changes may be, the body can still adopt according to its cycle. So just accept the season as it is. We need not worry that season is changing, so what to do? Just accept the season as it is. If the fruit is giving at that particular time, even if it is getting delayed, accept that as a season. Like suppose watermelon may come little late, but we try to pre-harvest. We have to wait for its ripe time, right stage. At that time when we eat, then it will help, definitely help for the later season. But when we are pre-harvesting and continuing to eat before it is ripening, that will not help. That will cause lot of indigestion, acidity, burps, or there are some fruits which will cause heat, like mango, when we are eating before its time. So like that, all these things will be addressed in the upcoming session. And later we'll be taking a session on Navaratri fasting also, because this Navaratri fasting, which is coming in Vasanta Rutu, Chaitra Masa, so that is also very important for us because every season change, when we try to fast, we are preparing the body, all the accumulated toxins, whatever we have been accumulating, we are giving time for the body to detox. So this is very important time for us to do fasting as well. So people who are interested, they can ping me or DM me to know more details, or follow my Insta page for the upcoming session. So I can take some questions on this festivities if you have any.
Guruji, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So I just wanted to know why do we associate this with Ratha Saptami? Why do Ratha?
With this RathaSapthammi,
Why do we associate Ratham, the tear? Why do we associate God with tear
okay,
or
chariot,
Ratham?
chariot.
Chariot.
Huh. So basically, uh, the 7 horses which is there for the sun god, the chariot, whatever is there, the chariot is run with 7 horses. So 7 horses represent 7 lights, 7 colors with gear colors. Okay. So every light is directed, like it is connected to our senses as well. So all the senses are into different directions. So it will be controlled by the chariot, by the person who is riding the chariot. Does the session include about nature connection methods? Yes, the session which which we'll be announcing is connected to nature connection, like how we will be connecting to trees, what is the importance of tree energy, what will happen when we connect to tree energy. We'll be talking about grounding techniques, like why grounding is important. Because of lot of radiation in the wherever we are, there is lot of radiation. Even if you are not using the gadgets also, there is lot of electrical, electronic and wi-fi radiations as well. So by nature connection, how we can discharge all these accumulated energies, we'll be talking about that. So the ratha which is associated in this, on this Ratha Saptami, basically the chariot is like a this body. Okay, the sun god is like a soul who is riding inside. The charioteer who is controlling the riding the chariot is the mind. So which is controlling the 7 senses, like all the senses plus buddhi. So this is the representation of our individual self also. So the sun, which is the atma, which is represented as atma, is traveling in this body which is controlled by buddhi, can decide which is correct, which is wrong, which direction to go, or else senses will go into different directions. So, mind cannot, mind can only, chitta can only take the inputs. It cannot decide, differentiate between right and wrong. So the buddhi can differentiate between right and wrong. So that's how this ratha is represented. Any other questions? So those who are interested to join, they can connect to me. They can follow my Insta page. What we'll be learning about types of food to eat. Will we? Yeah. So we'll be learning about fruits which we are supposed to eat during that season, before summers, to prepare for the summers. Then we'll be learning about fermented foods, why fermented foods are important, how it will keep our body cool for the upcoming season. The preparation methods, like cooking methods, we'll be learning based, like in connection with summers. Then we'll be learning about uh, fermentations, like preparing ambali with stable cultures. Then we'll also be learning about how to harness the sun energy. Difference between buddhi, atma, and chitta, please. Okay. So basically, atma is like a current. Okay. So when we put on the light, the light is switched on because of current. Okay. So if current is there, this, suppose say this is current, this is light. This both are required for its functionality. If only light or fan is there, if current is not there, this is like a dead. And if only current is there, then this recognition will, we can't experience this current. So this atma is like the energy which is there, underlying energy which is there, which is helping us to function. We are able to talk, do our works because of that atma shakti. Okay. Then paramatma is the combination, like accumulation of all the atmas. That is paramatma. That is a universal energy. Now when this body is there, atma is there. Now mind, chitta, is like a soft program. Now buddhi is the experiential mind. So mind cannot differentiate between the inputs, sensory inputs, whatever sensory inputs we are getting. The mind cannot differentiate between that sensory inputs. It will just absorb whatever we are getting. Like suppose I am seeing some sight in front of me. So a lot of things are being absorbed into through the eyes. So now the mind is receiving those sensory inputs. Now which is required, which is not required. Like we can't just absorb and store all of the energies, all of the inputs which are coming, right? So the buddhi will decide which is required, which is not required. Based on that, it will store certain things. Based on that, it will ignore certain things. So that is what buddhi will be doing. Hope this helps. I don't have AC at home and don't want to have one. Hope the session will help on that aspect also. Yes, yes, I'm not using AC since since my childhood actually. Actually, AC is not at all required. The more we use AC, the more the temperature in the atmosphere also will increase, as well as when we are sitting in AC, definitely we feel cool outwardly, but inside the body it will cause more heat. Any other questions? Okay, so we will try to connect and learn many more things in the session. We'll be learning about some meditation practices also, how it will help to keep our body cool, some mudras and some kriyas, which will definitely help to cool the body. And emotions also play a lot of role in balancing the temperatures. Like when we are emotionally disturbed, the body will get heated up. So how to balance that energies as well, through meditation, through kriyas, through activities, nature connection, grounding, then through food, then with family time. So these all things will be communicated. Like all these things can be learned in the sessions. So thank you for all joining. We'll stop the live now. Thank you all.